Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the HTMi Culinary Video Channel. We're back again and we're about to make some more great stuff today. Chocolate. Everybody loves the chocolate. We talked about chocolate before and we'll talk about chocolate again today. Today I was thinking we'll make a dark and white chocolate terrine, which is similar to a mousse, but a little bit more firmer, a bit more intense, a bit more flavorful. Very nice dish, very light and rich and creamy, sensuous, delicious. Absolute hit. So what do we need for that? Chocolate, obviously. And again, chocolate, we have a variety of chocolate. We have milk, white, dark chocolate. All comes also in different flavors. It comes in different shapes. We can get the block chocolate, that's what's commercially being used. We can get the coins or chips or droplets, whatever you want to call it. However, what you need to look for when you look for chocolate, you look for the name couverture on the packet, because that means it's done, this chocolate has been prepared with cocoa butter and really has that unique and intense chocolate flavor. Hence we use, most of all our chocolate is made couverture chocolate, the milk, the white or the dark chocolate. So now we will start with the recipe and we will use our ingredients. Now here we have our ingredients, like we said, white chocolate, this is from the block, dark chocolate and whipping cream. What we need for this recipe to make about 2 cylinders full of the white and dark chocolate terrine, we will need 250 grams of white chocolate and 175 grams dark chocolate. Now in order to proceed, we need to cut them fine and then melt them down, so that will help us with the melting of the chocolate. So we just take a knife, big chopping knife ideally, and cut it into smaller pieces, which will aid us that the chocolate will get melted fairly quick without waiting too much time. You can put back in the stainless bowl. Any heat-proof bowl you can use glass, but of course ideally metal bowl will transfer the heat faster. Than say plastic bowl or so. Right. Here for the dark chocolate, that's coming already coins, or if we have a smaller block we cut it, but bite-sized pieces. Again, this is just to aid us to melt them down. So now I will get some hot water and we'll melt them down so that we can use them for our terrine. So for this to melt chocolate, basically what we usually call is a bain-marie. Ideally we have some kind of temperature from here. Ideally it would be dry in order that the chocolate melts and not burns. We can use also a bain-marie, a water bath. The water is fairly hot, maybe 70, 80 degrees, not boiling. We don't want the chocolate getting too hot. So we just put the bowl carefully in the water and then with the spatula start stirring. And you will see immediately this chocolate starts to melt. So we have to do this to distribute the heat from the bowl to all the chocolate so that chocolate will melt evenly. Chocolate is a kind of, I say it's a little bit a female thing. Chocolate needs constant attention. If you don't pay attention to your chocolate, it will backfire to you. So if you would, I leave this one now here for 1 hour in say boiling water, the chocolate would break down, it would be solid and really unusable for us. Hence, not too hot water and stirring every few minutes. And as you see, the chocolate melts fairly quickly. It's almost half melted already. So we do this with the dark one and then continue with the white. Here, the chocolate, dark chocolate is nicely melted. It's not too hot. It should be around 50 degrees, not more than 55 degrees. Because again, if it's too hot, the chocolate will break down. And also we will have later a problem when we put our ingredients, in this case the whipped cream, in. If the chocolate is too hot, it will melt the cream and everything will become liquid and melt. And we don't want that. Now here, that I did earlier, and there I did a mistake. I didn't pay enough attention to my white chocolate. And as you can see, there's still a little bit lumps and grains in there. And they're really difficult to get out by stirring, unless I whisk it very hard or I strain it, and then I lose a lot of chocolate. So if you forget your chocolate on the fire, on the stove, you end up with nothing but problems. So important is pay attention. You see, also the white chocolate melts fairly quickly. Really, in a few minutes, this should be all nicely melted and at the right temperature. So, while this is still happening, we can whisk our cream. Like we said, we want to add some whipped cream there. Here we have regular whipping cream, which has 30.5 up to 33% fat. We're just like at home, we're in the machine, we whisk it till it becomes semi-solid. So we add it to our bowl. And that, of course, now comes the noisy part. Same time while this is happening, we use containers. We can use molds like this. We can use small individual container. These are made from silicone, so they're freezer and bake stable. We can use big containers. We use anything around you want really, as long as you can fill something inside and it will hold its shape. So we have this ready. Our chocolate is 90% ready. And then we'll warm our darker chocolate up again, also a little bit, to make sure it has the right temperature. Because that's important also with chocolate. What happens now here, chocolate is fat-based, cocoa butter. Now what happens if the chocolate becomes cold? It becomes solid. Here we have cream, which we almost finished whipping, which is cold. And there we are, soft peak. We can beat it a little bit more, which is would be good for cakes, but for mousses, for terrines, we want to have it this one, soft stage. Now what we do here is we will add more fat, cold fat, cream. We have here 600 ml cream, so 200 ml we fold into the white chocolate, and the remaining 400 ml we fold into the dark chocolate. And that also happens to happen fairly quickly, because every minute we're adding cold cream to our chocolate, we lose temperature. When we lose temperature, the cream, the chocolate will solidify. Right, so are we ready? We are ready. So about 1/3 of the cream goes here in the white. And again, from up down, see, bring it together, quick whisk, and we're there. White. Remaining cream to the dark chocolate. And same thing again, fairly quick, mix it in. And that's it. You see, combined chocolate and cream. 2 seconds. Fast dessert in the West. Now, we want to put it into our containers. Like we mentioned, we want to use cylinder, we can use round, we can use in a glass, and so. But anything basically where we can take it out later and remove, and in this case, a terrine we cut into slices. Now, how you pipe it? Also, many ways. You can put it into layers, black, white, black, white, black, or I prefer to do it half on the left, half on the right. So I just pipe it on this side up, and maybe here a little bit more. Gives also a nice pattern, you see. The reason I put the white one later, as you probably can see, the white one is still a little bit more soft. And now with the softer terrine, actually, it will help to fill the gaps a little bit easier than it would be with the solid cream. But like, for instance, the dark. What we do is we bang it a little bit on the table. Set it up like this. As you can see, this will help to settle the white and the dark one a little bit more into its natural shape, and will maintain. So now we just flatten out on the top. Yeah, almost there. And this now we will set in our refrigerator for maybe 2 hours till all the chocolate and the cream has set. We cover it so it will not absorb any other flavor from any other material in our fridge, and leave it there. We can also freeze it. It does freeze very well. It will be, of course, a lot harder then. A few hours have passed. Now our terrine, you can feel it's nice, firm, solid, and we're able to pop it right out. There you go. See? And through the piping, actually, we get a very nice pattern. And that pattern, of course, will continue inside. So we can open. And now we want to arrange it. We want to serve it to our guests. So we do have nice plates, for instance. Can do here. Now we can just serve it as it is. But it's kind of rich, sweet, kind of heavy, the dark chocolate, sensuous. So we would like to have something else with that. For instance, we have prepared here a variety of items we can do from brandy snap, which is a very basic recipe, which will be also on the website. Basically, this is made from sugar, flour, butter, and orange juice, and a few sesame seeds thrown in. So we can use this as a base, because this is kind of crispy, crunchy, while our terrine is kind of rich and creamy and sensuous. There you go. If you look at that, maybe 2 nice slices of our terrine. One here, and the other one there, like that. And then still needs a little bit of color, it needs a bit of design. And whatever you have variety, we can have a little bit raspberry puree, which we strained. We took out all the seeds and then put in a bottle. This one has 3 little tabs on the top, so we can make a little decoration with that. Something similar, passion fruit, mango, really whatever your heart desires, look-wise, taste-wise. And again, a little bit fresh fruit is nice with that. Fruit and chocolate go very well together. It enhances the color of the plate. It brings a little bit acidity, a little bit fruitiness, which balances very nice with the rich and creamy chocolate. There you go. And then, since we have a raspberry sauce, maybe a raspberry or two. Now is the season of raspberries. Then orange as well. Orange goes very nice with chocolate. Actually, also the chocolate itself you can flavor. When you melt the chocolate and with the cream, you put a little bit orange zest. That's just the skin of the orange to give that a little bit orange flavor. And the white one, also same orange or lemon if you like, any grapefruit. You could add a little bit mint pieces if you like chocolate and mint. Again, goes very well. And there you have black and white chocolate terrine, fresh fruit, tulip, decoration, fantastic dessert. And there we are again, fantastic simple dessert. Just a few ingredients which you might have at home: white chocolate, dark chocolate, whipping cream. Put it all together and shape it and pipe it in a mold, and you get a nice terrine, white and dark chocolate terrine. Let it set, slice it up on the plate with a bit of fruit, a bit of garnish, decoration to make it look pretty. And bada bing, bada boom, best wishes and great dishes.